And I am back with part 2 of Gamer Chicks Who Stream with ShardVixen.
So is everything in No Man's Sky. It represents all kinds of stuff. Brad, since you just started playing No Man's Sky, what I would do is go find Cobra TV. He's a good person to watch. Just Jared is another one.
Zane's World.
Trying to think of Zane's World. What else? There's a couple of other people, but I haven't. There's some people that have never gone back to it after Atlas Rising. They just kind of quit, and that was the end. I haven't seen them doing anything for next.
Semtex and Sword are really good. The noobs in space, they're pretty good about like farming. Heck, they were teaching Cobra how to farm.
Evolution.
That was. They were teaching Cobra how to farm. That was pretty funny.
Yep. Hidden Panda show.
Yeah.
The Hidden Panda show is a really good one. They do, and he does farming and stuff. But he's a good one to go on and ask and stuff. I'm not as good at. I know what's going on in the ARG, but I'm really not as intensely into it as they are. I kind of like Ash just told me that there's an email, so I'll go check out the email, and I'll probably do that one, but I haven't been doing the Dreamer stuff. I've been just watching the Dreamer stuff.
Only reason I knew is one of my...
No Man's Sky is very Matrix-like.
Yes. It's very, very much like... the only reason I knew is one of my subs actually said, "Oh my god!
There's a new email.
There's a new email!"
Well, I got on Saturday morning, Cobra was having a stream, and found out that they were having a live drop. Otherwise, I would have known they were having a live drop until after. So I got on and was talking to them, and what they had to do is they had a tea party with the animals.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Solve it and then take a picture of it and send it to Reddit. So you're not a fan of the ginger guy who streams? I don't know who that would be.
I have no idea either. Oh, you know what? I think that's L Place.
Oh.
I think that's L Place.
I mean, I've seen him. I watch him, but not a lot. So.
I think that's L Place.
You know, you think it's L Place. So you just got to pick somebody you like. Cobra's probably going to be your best bet, really, Brad, is if... Cobra's really easy to listen to. Mm-hmm. He's pretty... and then he has subcasts, and you can actually jump in there and talk to him if you've got questions about it. And he likes people who are just starting out.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's his favorite thing, is because all of us are so old at it that we don't remember what it was like. Well, I do remember what it's like. It was a pain in the ass. That's what it was to play it the first time. I died a lot.
It was funny. He rated my channel. It's funny as heck.
Yep.
I swear to I swear to goodness, I panicked. He's like, "We're rating your channel from Cobra." I'm like, "I've got like 3 people in my chat at this time, okay?" All of a sudden, I'm flooded by like 20-25 people. I'm like,
Yeah, it's hard when you start getting lots of people because you can't keep up with the chat sometimes. And I gotta get in here. So.
I was freaking out.
Well, there you go, Mac Forte. He'll answer any questions you have. He's very into the whole ARG as far as I remember.
Yeah, see, I try to stay into it, but I get busy with trying to keep up with my husband and other games and.
Right, I did the ARG for the Atlas Rising, and it took all my time. I was like, because you were having to follow leads, and you had to do all this, and you had to do that. And then I was following the next one in November and December, and then it slowed up, and everything was quiet. And then when it came back, I was just like, I don't think I want to do this. I didn't have a bunch of people either to do it with. The first time around, I was with a bunch of people, and so we were helping each other.
Right.
With what we needed to know. This time around, I didn't really get that done, so I just decided when my health has not been
the greatest
doing as well, so because I went off all my medications about 4 months ago.
I hear ya.
Because they were just causing more problems. Hey, Alpha, how are you?
Oh, Oh.
Alpha Pix is in the chat.
Hi, Alpha.
Says, hello, Grammy. I came by to give the video a like and watch for a bit before bed. Yes, you need your sleep. Don't stay up late watching Grammy. I'm sharing a stream with Ash if you want to go check her out. I'm sure you know her, Alpha.
Yes, he just...
and all those.
He
Did
just
he pop
stopped
in yours too?
He just stopped into mine. Just came by to give the video a like and watch a bit before bed.
So now you're watching both. We caught you. We
Yeah.
know what's going on now.
Absolutely.
You're streaming it.
It's good
I
for
used
those...
to watch. When I do art, I listen to like 4 streams at a time. So how do you reach Cobra? You can go to my Twitter, which just popped up, Brad, and your best bet is to go to his Twitter, actually, and just type in Cobra TV and he'll pop in. Yeah, it would be where I would start. And then you can start, just type in Cobra TV anywhere and you'll probably come to him.
Yeah,
I know that he's got a YouTube channel. He's got websites.
2 monitors do work out well, Alpha.
What happened? I was already here. You chipped me. I was already here.
Michaela, it is good for those people that like to know the lore. Yes, I have been on a quest. That's one of the reasons I explore so much, is so I can find out as much of the lore as possible. Matter of fact, I made a effort just to get this little piece, Remembrance, which gets you lore for afterwards. It's only 3, it only gets you 3 little bits of lore, but it's 3 little bits that is hard to get, because you have to have every single Atlas seed. So you have to take the Atlas path. But I think you have to do the Artemis path first. I think.
So, Alpha, the way I do it is I am doing animation, so I'm not watching the streams, I'm listening to them. And it's like being in a bar. So, I used to love going out and hanging out and sitting there listening to people in the bar or with my friends. So it's just like going to a party. Go away, guys. I'm doing something.
Thanks, Alpha.
The rust buckets need to go away. I need to harvest this. So that's why but I've always been great at parties. I can listen to, I used to work with children. So there are always like 4 or 5 of them talking to you at any given time about different things, usually.
Usually.
So you're like, yeah. And I have a 4-year-old at home who's a non-stop talker. He comes by it naturally. Just talks non-stop. All of us. The whole family. A bunch of us. I don't know where I'm at in the carbon world. The carbon world, the carbon world. Where are we in the carbon world? Well, we don't have any carbon. So we need to get more carbon before we leave.
Well, that would have helped. Now, Michaela, I wish I'd have known that, because...
Okay, so Felix, if you're interested in lore, especially like the Viking, the Kovacs, and the Gek, Cobra has a whole series on that he did last year that you should be able to find in his playlist. That he does all the lore about them. Even though there's empty benches, Rick McPherson has found new lore, you still can get a good gist of the story of it. Does he use email? He does, but now would not be a good time to email Cobra because he's getting ready to do a con. He has a Discord, or just go to his YouTube channel and you can make a comment on one of his things. He'll have I'm sure he's going to be having a subcast pretty soon come up. Tomorrow for sure. He does them on Tuesdays, Eastern time. I don't know what your time is. If you go to Friends of the Fox on my YouTube, you should be able to find his channel. But Twitter is the best way to he uses Twitter a lot. But he does have a website. You forgot the Viking and you never understood the Atlas. Well, the Atlas really is where the ARG now is. We're learning how the Atlas is being created. Am I still too close?
So I'm gonna pop your streams in the Alpha Discord in the streams and videos section. All you people forget. Sorry. I am really guilty about forgetting them.
What? Doing self-promotion?
Yeah,
I don't do
self-promotion.
self-promotion. I don't do self-promotion, Alpha. I let everybody else do it.
I always forget.
It's just my thing. I do everybody else too. So, Felix, the Viking stories is a lot about Herc and his brother and how they were tricked into fighting against each other. That's what the lore is about the Viking.
The Gek is about the first spawn.
Right, who are bloodthirsty witches. Sorcerers.
Mm-hmm.
Who made the Korvax, but then the Korvax used them. That's what Rick was telling me. That everyone for a long time felt that the Gek were the original to fight against the Atlas, but he's uncovered new lore that says that it was Korvax that works with the Atlas and to bring everybody else under the thumb. It's very cool stuff.
It is.
There's a lot of cool story lore out there that you can go and piece together and stuff. Fun stuff.
There's also a wiki out there for No Man's Sky. That's got a lot of the lore information.
Yeah, Felix. So the Atlas is the core of the machine that creates the simulation. You are correct. It's also the AI that Emily will eventually grow up to be. Loop 16 and Emily merge together and they become the Atlas. I'm sure there's lots of, and some of the Dreamers I think we're going to add to it. We're going to find out that the Dreamers are adding to the creation of the simulation and the Atlas.
Thank you, Alpha.
See, I like the Gek. Only first spawn were evil. The new spawns aren't. And in fact, the first spawn talks about how disappointed they are in their offsprings because they keep killing them.
Well, not only that, but the Gek, the Kovacs actually turned the underlings into traitors.
Yep. And on top of that, you also have what are they? What are those ones that you can find every once in a while? The synthetic Geks, which were created by the Kovacs.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, because you have Gek and then you have synthetics. Yeah.
Right.
So Emily might actually be the bad guy. Well, yeah, a lot of people believe that Emily is the bad guy. I don't think that Emily is technically the bad guy. I think that what's going to happen is Loop 16 and Emily converge together and become the Atlas. But you have to ask yourself if the Atlas is really the bad guy. I don't know that the Atlas is really the bad guy. I think the Atlas is just what we're in. And that the Atlas is having some issues of itself.
Atlas... There is, after you do you make Remembrance and you read the lore afterwards, there's things that you read that say differently.
Right. The Atlas becomes more of a victim.
Yeah.
From my viewpoint. I've said that a lot, but a lot of people disagree, so...
Yeah,
some people don't like Atlas.
But it's a question of, Atlas is a creation.
Right.
Atlas is nothing more than a creation. So, there's a question. Is Atlas a victim, or, a victim of its creator?
It seems to think so. That's what Atlas tells you when you go to see, whenever you go into the space station stuff and you're talking to him. Yeah. Atlas feels like it's been left behind and is a victim of its creator, and the creator is the original enemy. So then we have to ask ourselves, are we the creators? Like, us humans are the creators of the Atlas, and thus we are the ones.
According,
we have Alphas too.
According to the whatchamacallit, the backlog that you see from After Remembrance, yes, you see yourself. You see yourself leaving, leaving Atlas. It begs you to scan you so that you don't leave it alone.
Yeah, it doesn't want to be alone anymore. So Alpha says Loop 16 is a process of the Atlas trying to wipe the errors from itself. Correct.
Yeah.
And then, Felix is saying there are bad guys, and then the Atlas is the OS, Emily is the antivirus.
Oh, Nari, I didn't mean to cut this previous stream short. Sorry, I didn't see your comment. It actually, my streams crashed on me. That's the problem with me using the PS4 for the stream. And the PS4 doesn't like my streams. So, me and the PS4 don't mix. That's usually why I use my capture card.
Problem. Some of the encoders, sometimes the encoder keys that you get, they don't work as well. That's what I've noticed.
So
what I'm doing. Oh look, we get to talk to Apollo. Hello.
So yeah, it cuts mine short. So no, I just had to restart it.
So Brad, if you're still on, and Felix, Alpha is another good source. I forgot Alpha. Alpha is another good source of No Man's Sky. You talk to him. He's an absolutely beautiful player of No Man's Sky.
Yes, he is. He's awesome.
We all look up to him. We are not worthy. There are other women players, though. We're not like we're not just it. There is also, there's a chick on, I want to say something Princess is on Twitch. And then Heartphone, I haven't seen her in a while, because she's from the Netherlands. She's also has a YouTube channel and streams every once in a while. And then Hepla Connection. It looks like he has a book on his head. I was thinking he looks like a spade of a thing. No, you're not. Ask why. I'm not gonna argue with you. Arguing. Are you doing a blushy face? So Brad, Alpha is in Ireland, correct? Am I right? For Alpha is Irish, right? You're Irish. I get a lot of y'all mixed up. I'm sorry. Not because that sounds bad, but just because my brain is all foggy in pieces. So Brad, Alpha usually streams what I consider early time, but it would probably be evening time for you.
It's true, Alpha.
Love the Irish. Love them, love them, love them. My grandfather was Irish and Portuguese and German. And then my great-grandfather was Irish on my paternal side, who came to the U.S. to look for a better life. I'm assuming he got it because he made a lot of money. Felix says, but hold on, let me get this right. Are the ones we play as pieces of data of the simulation or people that have been placed in the simulation? Okay, well the game itself is way in the future. I mean, even though people say it's not, and the lore is kind of suggesting maybe it's not, I still think it's in the future. Because you don't really have an atlas in the ARG right now. You still don't have an atlas. You have Emily in Loop 16, but you don't have them converging yet. So
Tetnari, Atlas is
other
Lord
people might agree with that.
Tetanori, I love this. Atlas is Lord Murray after he gained the infinite knowledge of life, universe, and everything.
And then was disappointed that didn't go the way he wanted it.
Tetanari, I love you. Alpha, yeah, I stream 1300 or 1400 GMT Tuesdays and Thursdays, someday more.
Do I have to say some of this lore in the story makes more sense now that I've been watching the ARG for Next?
Yeah, I know.
Because some of the stuff I was like, I don't know what they're talking about, but now it's like, oh, well, that's making way more sense. Say Artemis is in trouble. Well, that's just the gist of it. They attempted to use a portal and became stranded in some distant uncharted world, disappearing from the hollow dominance network. Oh, that's right, I get the portal. I forgot. I have over 100 portal addresses, if you need them. Okay, so Apollo's demeanor changes, they appear uncomfortable at the news. Really, here, go ahead, have them. You can have them all.
Alpha.
He wants to log.
Alpha. At Tentanari SC. So true. Praise the prawn curry. Heavenly lawn mowy.
Poor Sean Murray. He's never going to get away from the prawn curry. We better come up with a new one. Sorry, I was reading. I had to read out loud, but on dual streams, I very rarely read
That's fine.
what's on the screen, because if the other people, we're reading chats and we're reading that, it all becomes kind of
Yeah, I know.
much. So how long do your streams normally go?
Depends on how chat is going.
Okay. I usually go for 2 hours, but I was gonna go a little longer because I noticed you'd gone longer.
It depends on how chat's going.
I have a lot more people sitting here right now, so usually I only have like 2 or 3.
I know, I've got a lot more people than usual too.
We're so popular.
I noticed.
And I only stream on No Man's Sky once a week. Ash, though, I'm gonna tell you guys in the chat, Ash streams, 2 or 3 times a week?
I try to do it more, but it depends on how I'm feeling.
Right. She's gonna stream Warframe, you said tomorrow, you were thinking?
Likely. Depends on, Warframe's got an update that may come out. So if that drops tomorrow, I'm crossing my fingers. I'm gonna stream that. Otherwise, it'll probably be No Man's Sky, or if I'm really feeling good, I'll do my Let's Plays. Maybe. Otherwise,
so,
it'll be No Man's Sky.
I don't know what your schedule is like.
I don't have one.
I'm letting everybody. So I'm just letting everybody has tentatively a schedule. I mean, like you play, like you said, you play Warframe as well.
Yeah.
And you play No Man's Sky. Are these the only 2 you're playing through the week? It's just the 2, give or take.
I have Let's Plays, but I haven't. I keep saying I'm gonna do them, and I haven't done them yet. So.
I don't do Let's Plays. So all the more power to you. Woohoo! Woohoo! You get them started.
Well, I had them started because when I was when I first started trying to stream, I couldn't do it because my internet was too slow. So I fell back to doing Let's Plays as videos because that's all I could do. And then all of a sudden my internet provider goes, "Oh, by the way, we're going to upgrade you from 10 megabits to 100 megabits. Cool. And we're not going to charge you anymore."
Awesome. Okay. They did that for me too.
I'm like, okay, sold. Okay, when can we get it done yesterday? So, with that being said, then all of a sudden I could stream, and then, well, everything kind of took off from there, and I just tried to keep everything going, and then,
Cool. Well, yeah, that's how it usually works, and then you'll start going from, your next build will be, 150, 200, and you'll start, coming up across more things. I just don't do anything that makes me tired. I get tired, I quit, I stop and slow down, and then that triggers a thing. And I'm not sure what triggers, if you know what triggers your seizures or not, but you know, like for my nephew, it's video game playing and getting tired. If he gets overly tired, swimming, things like that, then he has to slow down a little bit.
Getting too tired, that kind of thing.
How, if you don't mind my asking, how long have you been diagnosed with it?
Technically, I was born with them, but we thought I grew out of them. And when I went back, when I was working, I have generalized, so it's not like it's not like you can just see them happening.
Right.
But I was in a high stress, high
field
job, and I guess it became too much, and well, one thing led to another.
I just asked because curious, because my nephew is autistic. I was diagnosed when he was 3, and there seems to be a correlation among seizures and autistic brains. Not all of them have it, but some who are nonverbal, they've found that that's what's going on in their brain. Yeah, he's verbal now. We all taught him to talk. I kept telling his mother that, you know, he's going to start talking, and you're going to wish he did. He just stayed when he didn't talk. Every time somebody would ask me to teach a kid to talk, I'd be all like, you know, he's going to learn to talk, and then you're all going to wish you could shut him up.
Exactly.
Because once they realize they can communicate, boy, all kinds of stuff comes out. So
you know, wish you could shut him off.
I think that
and of course
Sean Murray is on the autistic spectrum, or he has anxiety issues, because he has the look to him. And yes, there is a look to certain types of disorders. It's not being mean. I'm not pointing it out, but he just had that whole very uncomfortable in public viewpoint.
Oh, then I definitely have that look, because I am definitely anxious.
Well, there's a look if you, that's how, as a behavioral specialist, when I worked with children, that's the first observation I do, is just sit and watch how they view the world around them. And people who have sensory disorder have a way of moving in the world they're in because spatial gets affected. And then people who have that are on the spectrum with autism and be high functioning tend to also have another look to him. Like my son has very flat affect. He's very high functioning. He's what they call borderline autism, because they can't he's so high functioning that he doesn't register as being autistic, but he has all of some of the symptoms, like the sensory issues, the flat affect, like his face never really changes emotion unless you get him, you know, he's really, really comfortable with you. And then sometimes he'll smile, laugh, but for the most place, he's what people call that resting face.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're... the resting bee face.
Yes. And so everybody's always like thinking he's sucking on, that he's unhappy, and he's not.
Right. No, I know what you're talking about. And Alpha, thank you. I completely understand, because you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I appreciate that.
You know, so when we talk about disorders, because I just was having a conversation with somebody else about that. A disorder means that it somehow affects your life. It either affects your work life. In my case, that's my case. It affects my work life and my regular just living life, you know, at home. It affects that because I can't do the same things I used to be able to do. And then it also can affect your emotional health. And so autism affects all three, and your intellectual. So... Oh, you're talking about the dude. Brad has said, did you ever do a Zimbario study on the kids? No, because that's not a very... He did the prison experiment. Which is a really cool experiment, but not very nice to the rest of the people. They didn't do very well.
No, I don't imagine.
Well, human behavior is that, first of all, negativity will always win. Sad but true. And people will always go towards the negative before they will go to follow the positive. It takes 10 times. You can tell somebody 10, or let's just say 5. You can tell somebody 5 positive things and 1 negative thing, and they will only remember the negative thing.
That is
so you have to overload people on positive to the point that the negative seems very little. And then you have to actually do the negative in a very subtle, almost what I call that backhand compliment thing. Because otherwise they will just see the negative and that's all they'll see, and you'll never get much work from them. So a lot of times it's better just to work on the positive. When you're modifying children, that's the best thing to do.
Right.
But I mean, Zimbario is an interesting person, and he had interesting theories. I don't know that we'd want to use much of it in real life, though. See, I need to build that, so I can put that in there.
Alpha. Yeah, my description does say iced tea. You don't like iced tea, but you just have a tea. That's absolutely fine. It's a southern thing. We just usually have iced tea. So, because it's so hot down here.
Iced tea! Iced tea! Yes, people who drink tea don't like iced tea.
Yeah, but come down here where it's hot, like 8 months out of, 9 months out of 12. Well, no, probably 11 months out of 12.
It hasn't been that warm here, but it used to get warm. In fact, my friend in the UK it's getting warmer there than it is here in Oregon. I'm like so amazed. All right, Felix, have a great night. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Night, Felix.
Or in
Conan. No, it gets hot. I'm here in Florida, so it gets. What is the temperature today? Now you've got me looking.
That is true, Alpha. That is what you have to do. You've got to accent the positive, eliminate the negative. But when you're working with people, and especially people who want to improve their lives, they have to see the negative to be able to fix it and use their positive traits so that they kind of... Yes, but 30 degrees Celsius is what, like 70 degrees in Fahrenheit, I think? Yes, Oregon equals Goonies. That's Astoria. In fact, one of the Gepnik gang members lives in Astoria, or lives near where they were at, where they were taking it. What do I need for this? Northamian. We need more Thamian. More Thamian. But now we can leave. Okay, Brad. Do you want it to be the planet Brad, or it's 85 degrees, Savjaz? Thank you. See, I'm not even at 85. I wish I was at 85. It's freaking been cold all day. I am at
McKaylee. You used to live in Georgia. They had Sun iced tea. Yeah, I've had Sun tea before. I've never had Sun iced tea. You live in Uruguay now, huh? No, it is 91 degrees and it is 6:29 in the afternoon.
So in Ireland, it's 85 degrees. It was 85 degrees today. In Oregon, it's 71 degrees right now.
Oh, that sounds heavenly.
It's not very warm.
That sounds heavenly.
Well, and it rains a lot here. Yeah.
That sounds even more...
Well, we don't have the humidity that you have.
No, that's definitely true.
I was in Georgia in the 80s when I joined the Army. Oh my God. They were always like, what's wrong with you? I'm from California. Oh, that's what's wrong with you. Well, yeah, but it's also heavily humid. It's two different things. Being from California is a problem. Being a native Californian is a problem. But everybody hates California except overseas. Everybody loves you. Goodbye, Kendall. Thanks for coming by.
Bye, Kendall. Thanks for
I'm glad work got being busy, because that gives you something to do.
Normally averages about 80 degrees here in the summer.
When I first moved to Oregon from California, I lived in Northern California. When I moved to Redding, from Redding, California, where it gets 112 in the summer, I came up here and I was like, I hope it stays cool. Everybody told me how cool it gets. I got here and it was 100 degrees. I was like, this isn't cool. No air conditionings. I'm like, dudes, why are there no air conditioning here? Because it never gets over, you know, like 80 degrees. I'm like, it is 100 at the moment. What are we gonna do? Yeah. Hey, Dragon God, nice to see you. But yeah, and then that was just a really weird year. That was in 2014, and everybody was having all that weird weather and everything. And now we're getting weird weather, and this is like really, really cool. You're okay? I'm glad you're okay. It's always good to be okay.
Alpha says, not for Ireland. We are all dying. We are pasty potato munching fools that aren't used to it. The average here is 16 Celsius, 60 degrees Fahrenheit in summer. McKaylee, used to live in New York. It's very hot and humid in the summer.
How often does it rain in Oregon? It rains a lot in Oregon. Doesn't rain as much as it does in Washington, though.
No, definitely not.
We had rain all the way up to about 3 weeks ago. And thunderstorms came through, and everybody was afraid we were going to get the fires again. Because the thunderstorms is what gets the fires. Mm-hmm. So right now it's cloudy outside. We got big old thunder clouds starting to roll up. The big white puffy clouds in the thing. We had a snow warning in June, so that's pretty bad in the higher mountain.
Snow warnings in June. That's like, you know, we hear snow flurry warnings, and it's like, oh my God, we're gonna get snow.
Did it snow? Didn't it snow there? I don't know where you are in Florida, but I had some friends in Florida and Georgia that got snow this winter.
Yeah.
It was so unusual for them. They were all freaking out and they had problems. So I was wondering if that's the case for you guys. You got snow. Did you get snow?
Yeah, we got snow. A whole bunch of flurries that didn't even touch the ground.
Yeah, but that must have been just trippy in itself. I mean, we get snow here quite frequently. No, we're not going to play with the pirates today. I'm playing with pirates. Pirates are not allowed. We don't do pirates.
No, we do.
Yeah, I'm sure you want all my house. No, we
gotta
go faster, guys.
No, our snow is usually nothing more than flurries. I'm literally right in the center of the state. Not quite the center. It's considered north central Florida. Right, right at the dividing line of where Southerners call Southern.
Cool.
Who's talking?
I haven't been to Florida.
Macronius. I've got Grammy on the other side.
On the other side of the United States. Woo.
It's
I'm
Grammy.
on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Grammy on the West Coast.
See, I'm here on the East Coast, and Grammy's on the West Coast, and she's on the other side.
Everybody in the chat is from someplace else. Oh, just ignore Nightbot. That was my one rule: no hate speech. But we had a huge conversation about that a couple weeks ago about what dignifies hate speech. So this is how it works. If people in my chat don't like it, then it's considered hate speech. I have the ultimate say. Any of the moderators have the first say because it's their chat. I'm not really in the chat. You guys are just chatting with me.
Oh,
so that's how that works. That's my only rule, really. You know, and I figured that was a very open rule. It's whatever goes on in the chat, is the moderators have to decide. So if you offend the moderators, then they'll kick you out. If you offend me, I'll kick you out.
Works for me.
Oh, I don't care. You can tell an Irish joke. You're Irish. I could tell you an Irish joke.
Macronius Grammy, Cobra TV.
He should be. He might stream today. I don't know.
Well, welcome to my channel.
Like I said, I am Heinz 57 is how I remember going home from school one day because we were supposed to do a thing about your ancestors.
Yeah.
So I went home and I said to my mom, I said, what is our ethnic group? And she said, we are Heinz 57. I said, okay. So I didn't tell her it was for school. So that's what I did, a whole thing on Heinz 57. And I got in trouble. I didn't get a good grade for that.
It's alright. When I asked my husband what his was, because his dad did all sorts of genealogy for him. And I said, so what's yours? Just out of curiosity. Nice, okay, he says, nice to meet you. Also, Cobra TV is streaming on Wednesday. So.
No, Heinz 57 isn't ketchup.
No, I know.
It's like a steak sauce.
Oh, I know.
No, Alpha's asking, you're ketchup?
No, it's a steak sauce. No.
It's a steak sauce, and it has a whole bunch. The joke is that Heinz 57 has a whole bunch of different stuff in it to make this premium steak sauce.
Yes, and it's good stuff.
It's the American steak sauce, apparently, because I don't know a whole bunch of people that know Heinz 57. Though Heinz does make a ketchup, and I think they make a mustard actually too now.
They do.
That's what my son was saying, because he only does his French mustard. He refuses to do any other mustard but that.
Grey Poupon?
Nope. But you know, he is a my son has sensory issues, so everything is just the way it is.
No,
so.
I get it. I was just, you know.
Hey, Dragon God, is there a reason why we're doing the little happy, lovely faces over and over and over again? The big, giant, smiley faces. Why am I here? I'm here for a reason, but I don't know what I'm here for. To sell stuff, I guess. So the idea is that when you're a Heinz 57, you've got a little bit of everything. I don't know that I actually have a little bit of everything, but I have Dutch. There's Dutch in there, and there's from Pennsylvania. They were there from the beginning of Pennsylvania. And then there's German, and like I said, on my dad's side, there's Irish, Portuguese, and German. So my great grandmother was a Portuguese orphan who was raised in a German nun orphanage.
See, my husband's thing is he's European cocktail with a Native American twist.
Well, there you go. That's a good one too. I'm sure there's Native American in us as well. It's just little bits here and there. You couldn't not have it if your family came over in the 1600s and the 1700s. That would have ended up being pretty normal at some point in time. But I could have made a mistake.
Alpha says, I am Irish but of Norman descent, kind of like the Norse who bred with the Irish and became more Irish. I never took a DNA test, but I am curious though.
Yeah, there was a big fad going on for YouTubers, vloggers, to do that. They all did the something 26?
Yeah.
And you'd send it in, and then they talk about it on the, that's what I did. They talk about it on thing.
I'm glad Mark Cronus goes, how old are you, Grammy? Alpha says, Mark Cronus, it's rude to ask that. Tut tut.
Oh, no, it's not rude to ask it. I love it when people ask. I'm going to be 53 in August.
Because it is technically rude to ask a lady her age, but...
It is rude. It is considered a faux pas in the American society to ask women their age. But I don't adhere to that because the reason it is considered a faux pas is because that we think that there's something wrong with being an older woman. And I do not want to... I want people to feel that I am spectacularly great no matter how old I am. So it doesn't matter what my age is. So you can ask me all you want. I have a 27-year-old daughter, and well, she's not 27 yet. She'll turn 27 in July. I have a 14-year-old son and a 4-year-old grandson. Because everybody's like, you're not that old. You're not a grandma. My name, Grammy Plays Games, came because I wanted something unique that would illustrate my age. Because there aren't that many older people playing. But there are older people than me who stream. Shirley Curry, who does Skyrim and horror games, she's 77.
Wow.
Yeah, she's awesome to watch though, and she does vlogs too. So if you're curious about that, I always want to do vlogs because I think there's a connection to our past that we tend to lose sometimes, and we all should be connected. Talk about our history.
Oh, I think it'd be cool, but I don't like videotaping my face. There's a reason I don't use face cams.
Oh, I don't videotape my face. I have rosacea so bad that at any point in time I look like either a meth addict or a teenager who's not been taking care of their face. So I wear my mask. It's my ShardVixen mask. Which was because originally it was going to be ShardVixen Plays Games, but I really wanted people to understand that there's a cross culture from being, like 4-year-old grandson who plays video games to me playing video games, to Shirley Curley who's 70 years old, to some of the older YouTubers that are out there. There's people even older than 70 who YouTube. I think there's a lady that's 80 that does it. She does vlogs. So, that whole pulling in people to try to change ageism, trying to change beautyism, I like my mask, yes. So, and masks are really easy to make. So if anybody's interested, on my other channel, ShardVixen's Magnificent, we go through and make a mask. And I'm going to make some more. I got to make a new fox mask. I just haven't been feeling good. I'm also going to be making puppets soon. I got my stuff for making puppets.
Cool.
So, but I have plans. My illness gets in the way of my plans sometimes. So that's just how it is when you're sick and you have a disorder. It's too late. People have seen your face. We'll start another channel and make it a different one and then put a mask on.
Yeah, I'm
an anonymous mask.
I'm
My
shy.
son has an anonymous mask. Sorry.
I'm shy. I'll be the first one to tell you.
A lot of YouTubers are. You're not the first one. Don't feel bad. Many YouTubers have talked about how they do not they're not people person. They're not a people person. And asked me about that, and I'm like, no, that's not me. My job always had me standing up in front and talking to people. I've always had to teach people because of the type of work I did. I've always had to teach, stand in front of huge. I think the biggest I've had is 150 people where I've had to talk about, how to modify and do stuff. So talking and being in front of people is not a problem for me.
Now I can speak to 10 people or such, a small group. But put me in front of more than that, and it's like, nope, nope, forget it. I'm done. Yeah. I can do a small group.
Alpha, you're so funny. So I told him to start another channel, and he says, nah, I'm too jealous in case my second channel does better than my first. It's not usually the case, but okay. I have 40 some odd people on that, but I haven't really posted anything lately on it either. I'm trying to reset up a stream to do streaming with my grandson again, because that's what's on there, is all kids, video games and stuff with him. And his attention span is zip, so I've been trying to find some new games for him to play with me. Right. He wants to do Fortnite, so I'm like, that's not what's going on.
Am I Cronus? Yes, I did hear the new audio trailer for Next. It's... I know that there's some new fauna sounds on there, and that it's, someone has joined your, game. And Alpha, yeah, it has taken me 3 years to grow where I am now, although I still get nervous, though. You are not alone.
What's going on? Ghost in the Machine. We're doing Ghost in the Machine, but it's just giving me this other one. Well, that's just weird.
The game is weird.
Let's see what's going on. It is, but it's... Okay, so I have to go... I can't see this. I gotta be forward. Apollo has suggested that little rust buckets may be linked to Artemis's disappearance. Perhaps, coincidentally, Apollo has been working for the Viking, a warrior species with a long vendetta against the little rust buckets. Apollo suggests we cooperate. If the rust buckets use the portal network, then if we manage to follow them inside, we might get rich and find Artemis in the process. Okay, so we have to... site, which is construct a base. I don't want to construct a base in this one. Hopefully it's not in this system. I don't want to do it in this system. It's a really nasty system.
I don't remember having to construct a base.
Yeah, that was... Once I got to that point, I was like, oh, okay, so here, good, we get to move. It's probably going to be a worse one. Okay, because it's in the Viking, because I have to go to the Viking system. So, let's go here. We can jump.
I remember having to get to a certain point. Man, there's a lot of birds on this planet.
Well, that's a new one, because they didn't used to have a lot of birds. They didn't used to have planets with a lot of birds.
This is the first one I've ever seen.
Kendall Southwick, if you ever get a chance to watch one of his when he goes back to doing it right now, he was playing Conan he hasn't streamed in a while, he told me, because of school and work. Yeah. But he was finding butterflies, and that's how I knew they were changing it slowly, because it used to be the only butterflies you could find were the battle. I don't want to be in the battle. I'm going to avoid the battle, guys. Was one or two of the blue ones. You couldn't find anything else.
I found a translucent reddish butterfly. So pretty.
Yeah, and then I found the yellows, and he's found yellows, and then he's actually found butterflies that look like butterflies, like they're not like some weird other mush kind of stuff. But yeah, so it's really weird that as of November, you started finding more butterflies, and now you're finding more birds. So
yeah.
That's all pretty bizarre.
Alpha, not this time. I didn't have a portal address, and I know I don't have all the glyphs to get to a particular address, so not this time. But I'm sure we will be. I hope we will be streaming again. So.
Oh yeah. I'm not in her galaxy. She's in I didn't know she wasn't in the first galaxy. She's in the 7th galaxy. There'll be I won't be getting to the 7th galaxy anytime soon. So she'll either have to start another for the first, or she's gonna have to wait till I get to the 7th galaxy, which I can do. I just gotta pick one of my saves and decide which one I want to go with.
I'll just start a new one.
Well, I don't know. It might be fun to go to the center of. I've got the locations for the center of this galaxy.
Okay.
You guys should post your screenshot in the Discord. Which screenshot? You have a screenshot.
I haven't made a screenshot.
I haven't either. What screenshot are you talking about?
I don't know.
I have screenshots of other people. Maybe he thought because we could come together. That's a new Kovacs helmet. I haven't seen that one yet. Looks like a puppy dog. Very interesting.
I've more or less come to the end of my normal and survival saves. May start a permadeath to take me through till the update. That's McKaylee. No, I can understand that. I'm still trying to get like a freighter or, as I said, I'm a miser and I still don't have all that much. I've only got 51 million. So I have nowhere near enough to get a freighter. I've got nowhere near enough.
Yeah, Creative's the only place I have freighters. Because you can have all the money and all the stuff and all that. That's how because somebody had asked me to get a freighter, I was all like, sure, we can do that. And so I just
Creative.
Got me a couple. I have 2 creative saves and 1 normal save. So he was saying any screenshots. He wants us. We have a screenshot showcase in the Alpha Discord for the podcast. Okay. You do a podcast, Alpha?
Yeah, he does one on Sunday. Yeah, he does it on Sunday.
I want to come to the podcast, Alpha. What time Sundays? Sundays is the one day I don't usually get on PlayStation. I
don't remember. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember. Sunday I was...
That's alright, I'll go to his Discord and find out. I need Pass 3 recipe. I don't have that one yet. It's so hard to go back and forth between creative and normal. I also do, after next comes on, I'll go back to doing survival as well. I was doing survival to get ready to do permadeath so I could do a cage match. That's what I've been practicing. So I can do a cage match at some point in time. Though now with the multiplayer concept, the PvP, that may change the cage matches on the Gepnik game. Okay. We got to go to the planet, I'm thinking. Not that one. Apparently not. How many planets do I have in this system? Tons and tons of them. Wow, I'll be excited.
McKaylee, I have everything in both saves and 1,500,000,000 in my normal and...
I'm not helping you guys out. It's not gonna happen. I guess I have to do that one. Oh, I don't want to help you. I just want you to be dead. That's all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna refuse. Sorry.
And 500,000,000 in survival. Wow, you are rich.
No, I don't wanna.
Alpha, I was AFK, had to get my last tea before I head to bed. It's nearly midnight here.
Alright, good night, Alpha.
Good night, Alpha.
The Korvax are your friends. I'm sorry, Alpha. The Gek are my friends. I'm stuck in the Korvax and the Viking systems, but I would rather be in a Gek system. Because witches gotta stick together. Even synthetic witches. This is a pretty planet. Okay, I like this planet. This is kind of a bare, pretty water planet. Let's see what's here. I think there ain't much enough of them. Oh, there's some plutonium. What's this? Occasional scalding something. Okay, we gotta name this Brad.
I am not going yet, guys. Jeez, can't wait to get rid of me. I will be a half an hour.
Oh, it's not midnight yet?
It's nearly midnight here.
I'm not gonna name a planet after him. We'll name him...
Marconis, Cobra hates Gek. Gek lives matter. You need to hashtag that and put it on Twitter.
I know. I'm thinking to make it... You gotta make a t-shirt. That's what I thought.
You need to hashtag that. Gek lives matter.
Maybe I'm thinking I should make a t-shirt of that, film myself and send it to with my tutu and send it to Cobra. Cause him and me all the time. He'll say, "Oh, I like the Gek," until I say something.
McKaylee, yeah, I can't go to bed right after drinking tea. LOL.
Now I have to make this system out. I have to make the planet after Brad.
There you go.
That's the planet.
Hashtag Gek lives matter. There you go. I'm gonna have to put that as a tag on my stream. I am going to put that as a hashtag on my stream. Gek lives matter.
That'll be awesome. Yep. Okay, Caleb68 is from your stream.
Yep.
Because he sent me a... Let me write that down. And then I will explore it in creative. Give me a pen. I usually have a pen here for this. But... Oh, my right shoulder's not working well either, so... That's why I can't write on that. I can write on this. Okay, so we have 3, 1, 11, 1, 2, 1, good. Not a 12, so 1, 2, 1, 8, 6, 7, 14, 16. There we go, I wrote it down, so next week, maybe that's what I'll do. Oh. Shoulder doesn't want to work very well today. That awkward Irish guy. Oh, it's a bouncy planet. I knew it was a great planet. Look, these are my favorite planets. There's the chocolate chip dude. There's the 4-leaf clover dude, just for you.
Screenshot it.
Oh. They're all green.
Aww.
Oh, wait, what's this guy?
Well, that's right. Screenshots don't work nearly as well when you're in a PS4. Aww.
They do. They're just not as pretty as the computer ones.
Yeah, we'll do it later.
These guys have little round head. They got the horns. Come here. Where'd you go? Come here. I want to play with you. This is a nice planet. I'm not gonna die here, though I will. Just come here. I want to feed you.
Let's see if I can get to another planet without losing my stream.
Oh, it's the fishy dudes, and he's talking to me. Wah! Sorry. That's what they do. They lift their heads up, and you can just imagine them going, Wah!
Oh, yeah. I know. I do have the Pro.
Ireland has little bouncy dudes. I told you the other day that if I was going to move anywhere, it's probably going to be Ireland. If I could convince my daughter to go, we'd all go to Ireland. We have to wait, though, until my grandson is 18, so it'll be a while. Why, you ask? Well, because his dad lives here, and he'd be upset that we took him away. Because he'd never come to Ireland, visit. Oh, he might. He's from the Philippines.
Please don't lie.
Kill that. Kill that. Sorry, that's my mining. Pretty place to live. And you're completely surrounded by the ocean. Hawaii would be the only other place, but right now Hawaii's.
Yeah, I know.
Give me a little bouncy chocolate chip face.
Right now I'm watching. I can. I stay live. Jump. This last time. This is when it kicked me off.
Chocolate chip dude. Here's my friend. My friend. Everybody sing. Oh, we jump. Ready? Go. You gotta sing. You're not singing. What's up with that? I should sing. There he did. He did his singing. Alright, so let's do. You guys left me some poop. I got poop. I'm making friends with the crazy creatures. Alright, so.
Look at that.
What's that?
Let's see if I can.
So Brad, the planet Brad is now my favorite planet.
Yeah, it is lagging. I can see that. I was kind of watching my stream. Ooh.
Okay, we gotta find a really cool picture. Take a picture of the bouncies. Oh wait, there we go.
It's a B-class experiment.
A ship or a
multi-tool?
Okay, here we go. We'll take this picture. Guys, it's gonna blue screen for a minute. Okay. I'll send that one to me.
That's a cool looking multi-tool.
Hey Alpha, that was for you. I made you a postcard. Wish you were here.
I know it's trash. I've got an A class.
I do too. Multi-tool. I got it right off at the top. It was really cool.
I was just like, that's a experimental one. I've just never seen an experiment multi-tool.
One of the ones I got in my creative is an experimental, and it was an A class. Wow, what are you guys still following me for? Go away. You want me to take a picture of you?
I mean,
Smile for the camera?
I mean, mine's not great, but it keep your current, hold out for an S class. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
S class, we all want an S class. Let's go swimming real quick. Look, it's Mr. Pineapple Head. The big ones you can jump on, guys, and ride them. That one's pretty too. It's a weird, like, cotton candy blue color. Is that kelp sack over there? No, it's just carbon. It's just carbon. It's not. It's fine. I need more carbon. That was kelp sack. It's like, oh, it's kelp sack. But it's not. I don't see anything in here.
Ooh, it's starting to storm out here. I can hear the wind picking up.
Hey, where you live?
Yeah, it's starting to slam my glass door.
That was yesterday. This morning, it was really windy here this morning. I was making my porch is all plastic wrapped, so the rain can't get in.
Yeah.
I have an indoor, what's called the indoor-outdoor porch with a screen around it, but when it rains, we don't have windows in it, so when it rains, it gets all weird. Well, guys, this has no creatures in it. Oh, maybe? No, there's no creatures. It's just the weird wavy stuff up on top of the water. I need to hurry up because I forget that I'm not in creative and I'll drown. That's what happens when you... Okay, I need to find my ship again. We'll go back to the ship. Back to the ship. Pineapple mounts confirmed, Grammy. I'm telling you, I rode a cat mushroom, what do they call them? I call them cat snail mushrooms.
Yeah.
You know which ones I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I rode that one for a little bit. And then the guys with the, multi heads on them, the real big ones that bounce around, you can get on them and then they'll push you off up into the air really high.
Huh.
Really fun. Not these guys here, because they're all little guys. Yeah, little guys. Look, he's gonna sing. Oh, he's a different one. Singing for me. Here, I gotta feed you. I'm gonna feed all the bouncy guys. We're gonna live here and we'll be friends. Look at him. He's one ugly dude. He's singing too, see that? Wah! His is shorter though. You get them all to sing, that would be plus. Oh, you're different too. Look, this one has a wig on. Come here. I gotta take a picture of you because you're obviously stand still. I don't want to kill you. That's what Kendall tells you to do. Kill him. He'll stand still. Come here. Let's see if we can get this one. Feed this one. Come here.
No, I have games on Steam. I just don't have many games on Steam. I don't have many multiplayer games on Steam, but I do have some.
I'm gonna shoot you myself in a minute. I like this weird wiggy thing on. It's really weird. Okay, we need to go and do that other part. But I like this planet. The planet Brad is a really sweet planet. My favorite place to hang out. Everybody come to Brad's. Gonna go to Brad's and have a party. Not much here, though. Not much here, guys. We're all gonna move to Ireland, have a party. If I move to Ireland, though, I'd want to get like a little, I don't know, outside the city kind of thing. Oh, look, trees.
Oh, I probably have them hidden.
Alright, so where are we going? We're going this way. Whoop. Oh, what are those?
I have a ton of games.
A ton of games? I got a ton of games.
Well, he was talking about on Steam. He asked you, so you put your Steam on detail share, and you don't have any games on Steam. I said, oh no, I have a ton of games. I have like a full page worth of games on Steam.
Cool, Alpha. That's my goal in about 10 years, to move to Ireland. My daughter wanted to go to Canada, but I don't think Canadians like the Americans that much. I'm not sure that anybody likes the Americans that much. When I was in Germany, the only thing they wanted was my blue jeans. I had these. I went before my daughter was born. I went to Germany and had these really cool blue jean calf boots, and everybody kept trying to buy them from me. It was funny because I had gotten them on sale, really cheap. I think at the time I paid $5 for them.
Matador.
Matador, thank you for subbing on my channel.
Matador says, I like Americans and I'm Canadian. Yeah, I know. Here's
cool. I'm glad you like us. Right now, there's not much to like about us. Yeah, I always say that, but people are like... The other thing they always asked me when I was in Germany, not so much now, I think with the internet will it happen, but it was... Because I was from California, they always wanted to know, well, do you see a lot of movie stars? No, I'm from a different part of California. Really? Yes.
California's a big state.
It is. Well, considering it's on the ballot now, they're going to break it up into 3 states. They have a ballot going on, my mom said, to break it up into 3 separate states.
I saw that. I was like,
Southern California won't let it go.
Nah.
They'd lose so much money. They'd lose all their water. First of all, they'd have to pay for their water. All their water comes from Northern California. Oh, that's just Caleb. Caleb, I have to tell you, that's just a human thing. That's not an American thing. That's a human thing. Most humans believe they can solve everybody else's problems, even when they can't solve their own. I, on the other hand, am not like that, because I try to solve my problems first, and then I use what I learned to solve other problems. I just got hit by a whoopee plant. Again, that's a nice iridium over there. Why am I so far away? Where am I going? I don't know. That's not where I'm going.
What did I find now? Another one.
Oh, there it is. Okay. But yeah, you know, that's just egotistical thoughts there. People who have problems with egocentrism are that way. Well, here's the thing though, just because you can fix yourself doesn't necessarily mean you can fix anybody else, because everybody is individuals. But you have to have more tools in your toolkit to be able to say, oh, you know, I've had that problem. Maybe this would help you. Maybe not. I
can barely help myself. I can't help anybody else.
Well, that's because you don't suffer from egotism. See, elitism and your ego is not your #1 problem. Egocentric people tend to believe that everything they do is right. So then when they're looking at other people and want to fix them, they like... Also, the problem with egotism is you don't see that there's anything wrong with yourself. So that's... America has that problem. We don't think we have that big of issues. So we want to help everybody else have not as big of issues like us. Look, there's Apollo again. Apollo, what a nice, fancy stuff you have.
Well, thank you, Alpha. I'll make sure I add, I'll add you too.
I just did this. What's going on? My game is being weird. We just did this. Why are we doing it again? I'm gonna argue with you. It's my normal state. Oh, he says the same thing. Doesn't matter which one you pick. Interesting.
Really?
Yeah. Well, see, this time I'm playing it the opposite way I played it. So I can see how it turns out.
Oh, cool.
I'm sure it'll turn out the same way, but I wanted to see if you got different things. They said different things, you know? But well, apparently they don't.
Well, that's right.
We just did this. It was Ghost in the Machine was what we were trying to do.
I remember that, because you were just saying that.
Well, I'm doing it all over again. I was wondering why I was doing it in space. I thought I did something wrong, but apparently I did.
Thought you had to create a base.
Oh, Alpha, that's fine. Whenever. You can add me. No, I'm back to this whole thing with Apollo again. I'm gonna agree, because last time I said life was worth more than money, but we all know that, so... There are people out there that would disagree with that, though. Sure, let's be partners. I will trust this person I've never met before. And communicate. Okay, so we need to set you up with a base of operations. Oh. So I'll just pick this planet. It's a nice planet. That's what I came here to. Okay, so... I want this planet, dude. Where's your contact? Alright, so where's the contact? Was I supposed to save the contact? Was that it? Wow, that sucks. That's probably what I messed up. He's probably in space. Apollo's contact is off planet. No, I want this planet. This is the planet I want to live on forever and ever and ever. I don't ever want to leave it. It's got bouncies on it. What? Oh, and they got it's got those ugly dinosaur things though. Maybe not. Where's my ship, guys? Lost my ship. Planet, and it's hot. It's a hot planet. I like hot planets. They're nice. Nice hot planets. There's my ship. Let's go back here to the ship. That's nice, Alpha. Thank you for wanting to add me. Then I can come see your podcast, right? That's what that's about. I knew I'd remember why we were having that conversation. My doctor said, now you have to remember, as you get old, your memory goes. Really? Trouble. Trouble, my memory's been going for a long time. Cognitive fog is worse. I was just talking about, with a friend of mine who turns, is the same age as me, was born the same year as me. And we were talking about, she was saying, she keeps looking in the mirror. She goes, you know what I see when I look in the mirror? I said, I don't know, when I look in the mirror I see my grandmother, so I see the beginnings of my grandmother like I remembered her when I was a child. She'd have been in her 40s, late 40s. I said, so it's really weird to be looking at, seeing her in my face now, you know. So I kind of know what I'm going to look like when I'm older. I don't look like my mom, I look like my grandma. Whew. Well, I'm in your Discord. Cause I come and chat there all the time. I try. The only one that I'm not successful at this point in time was Hidden Panda Show invited me to the Anemo hub. Anemo, and they have their own Anemo website, and I'm just not very good in that whole Anemo stuff. So that's the only one that I don't do regularly. Otherwise, I do a lot of the other Discords quite regular.
Matador, yeah, that is hot. 113 Fahrenheit? It didn't even get that hot here. Not very often. Canada.
Ooh, yeah. That's how Reading is. Reading's pretty warm. Like that. I don't know what Reading's today, but my mom told me if I could.
Yeah, but
Alpha is the dude. Everybody go check out Alpha. Let's check out Alpha Pics. Let's check out his YouTube channel and his Discord. He's great to listen to. Great. Go check out the Gepnik Gang Discord. Lots of gamers there. You can talk to any games you want to play besides No Man's Sky. Got a very active No Man's Sky channel. Destiny channel. Destiny 2 mostly though. Conan channel. Ark. The Ark hasn't been so busy lately, but there'll be that new map coming out pretty soon. I gotta go to the... Oh, he's here? I was just here. No, he's not here. The space station's in my way. Space station's in my way, man.
He said yesterday it was 116 in Ottawa.
Wow, that's warm. Hey guys, this isn't making any sense. None of it's making sense. It's driving me nuts. What's going on? Let's go up here and see what's going on. Let's go see what's going on.
No kidding. I'm used to it really. We have extremes in both cold and heat in most of Ontario. Too much humidity is what does it. Yeah, humidity is murder.
She would know that in Florida.
Uh-huh. But I've never felt a dry heat, so I couldn't tell you what it's like.
Well, I can tell you, I've been in both. So, dry heat's just hot and you sweat, right? But if you're in a humidity, it feels like you're breathing in water when you're, like, there's water in the air. And it always has a heavy feeling in my lungs.
Well, I know, I said humidity I'm used to, so it's,
Right. The dry heat would get you because it would feel like you were in the oven.
Yeah. I think I'd rather the humidity.
The humidity, yeah, if you're used to it, the humidity is good, but when you're not used to it, it's just, once you get used to it though, it's okay. And then when you come back to the dry heat, you're like, oh my god, how did I ever survive here? Because we have humidity in Oregon, so even when it gets hot here, it gets very humid too, because there's a lot of water in the air. But in Redding, it's just hot, dry heat, and it's like it's like turning on your house and sitting in a closet that's just hot. Not like a sauna, it's just hot. It's like a little closet heat. Okay, yeah. I don't know what heat is. It's a contact. Maybe he's over on the other side.
I'm gonna have to check out what this weather looks like, because I can hear the thunder getting closer. And usually if thunder's getting closer, it means we're coming close to storms, which is never a good thing in this house.
He's in there, but he's not coming up.
And it could be that the storms are passing by, but if those clouds are getting black, I may have to call it quits.
Okay. It's you. That's fine. I was gonna tell you, I was gonna, probably in about 5 minutes, I was gonna be getting off of here.
Yeah, so...
My daughter will be getting home and we have to go to the store.
Yeah, then we might just want to call it, because those storms are getting really close from the looks of it.
Now, I always stream, for now, I'd be streaming on Mondays for No Man's Sky, so if you want to jump in and we can do dual streams, that would be fine. I'll probably keep them to about 2 hours, though.
Mm-hmm.
Since this was our first stream, but 2 hours is probably it for me. But then they can all go over to your stream afterwards, so that would work out well for you. And you'll pick up people as they come in, because I don't always get the same set people coming into my streams. It's whoever is deciding they want. Whatever they want, I guess. But I have about 100 that fluctuate through because they're from the Gepnik Gang and Cobra. So.
Right. I usually get the same, like, same few that usually come through. Like Matador, and I'm surprised I haven't seen Mike today. I'll have to bug him about it on Twitter.
Alright, so everybody check out Alpha. Yes. Caleb, if you have I don't know if Caleb68 has a YouTube or not, but if he did, you should check him out. Check up SavJazz21, he was on here earlier. Kendall Southwick has a YouTube channel. He was on earlier. I'm not sure about our new friend Brad, but if he does, we would always like to let people know you can have a shout out here.
Absolutely, and
I know, Alpha. Alpha, don't feel bad. That's why we connect on. I can connect with you probably easier than you can connect with me because I just set my clock to go because I have a lot of people I play with that are from that time, your time zone. So if you're gonna do something, you let me know and I'll check you out when you're doing it. But everybody, thank you for coming, and be sure to check out my Discord and stuff. Your channel's kind of boring, Caleb, but that's all right. Now you have to step up to the plate and make it more exciting. And make sure you checked out Ash's channel and anybody that she wants to shout out, and I think anybody from her channel. And now it's Ash's turn to say goodbye if she wants.
As said, you know, she's done a good job at shouting out a lot of people. Don't forget Semtech and Sword, because I know Semtech stopped by today.
Yes, he did.
He did stop by and accidentally tripped over my like button, which, you know, thank goodness he didn't break. He's good at that. I always try to leave cookies at their like buttons. A shout out, of course, to Cobra. I have a couple friends. Yeah, always to Cobra. I have a couple friends. One of my friends, he's a German streamer, but he does do some No Man's Sky. Kazuya88, I don't know if any of you ever heard of him, but he supports Cobra. He's been on Cobra.
What's his name?
Kazuya88. Kazu.
Yeah, I know who.
Yeah, he doesn't stream a lot, but he does do some streaming. So he's really cool. So check him out sometime. He's got some great videos on his page.
Awesome.
And so one other streamer I'd like to kind of promo is Timothy Penguin. He doesn't do No Man's Sky, but he does do some Let's Plays. So
awesome.
he's a good buddy of mine. I've known him for about 18 years. So.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, here's the thing I always tell people what you do is go to one of my videos and just say, hey, and then put your channel in, and I will make sure that it gets spread all over the place.
Right.
Hey, Foxhound, thank you for showing up a little late. All us foxes need to stick together in the den. Greetings from the top of the galaxy, travelers. Enjoy the journey. Thank you. You should check out my Discord, the ShardVixen's Den. We share arts and great things there. And so, anyway, I'll catch you all on the flip side, and I am out of here. Peace.
Night. Have a good one. See y'all tomorrow.
All right, Ash. Thanks for having me. I think it'd be fun if we did it for a while. We did some streams. We have to do it all the time.
Nah, but it was fun.